The boy stood at the edge of the field where his grandfather once walked, boots sinking into soil that remembered better days. The land was still rich, still capable of feeding a nation, but the world around it had changed. Tractors now cost more than homes. Seed came with contracts thicker than the farmer's calloused hands. Weather no longer followed the patterns his elders spoke of, shifting with a chaos that no almanac could predict. Across the road, a for sale sign leaned like a tired old soldier, marking what used to be a family legacy. Another farm gone, another name erased. The boy watched his father study weather apps instead of clouds, commodity markets instead of horizons, debt instead of dreams. This was no longer just a battle against drought and frost. It was a war against rising costs, shrinking margins, and a system that whispered it would be easier to quit. But he didn't. He joined the ranks of the future farmers, kids who traded weekends for livestock shows, who learned leadership in dusty barns and sunrise chores. They rose before daylight, not because they had to, but because they believed there was still honor in coaxing life from the earth. They balanced tradition with technology, learning drones as well as plows, spreadsheets alongside seed drills. And still, the question echoed in every quiet moment: is there a future in the ground beneath our feet? Yet each spring, they returned. They planted anyway. They invested faith into soil that had betrayed and blessed their families for generations, because farming to them was not a business plan or a trend. It was a promise. A promise that someone would stand guard over the heartbeat of America. In a nation captivated by speed and instant profit, these young farmers chose patience. They chose seasons. They chose dirt under their nails and dawn on their shoulders. And in that choice, in that quiet defiance, the future of American farming still breathed.
What is going on, everyone? Taz here. We are trucking along, loading up with sorghum. We got this field and our field right behind us. This will be for the hogs that we plan on going to purchase later today with the money we have left. We do have a hefty loan to take care of in the end as well. And then we own all that corn over there. And that is our 3 fields we have access to. Unfortunately, the yield is not tremendous on this field, but that's unfortunately how it goes sometimes. But I'm excited for this journey. You know, we see right here, "The best never rests" on the back of this Kloss Ford by Mark Thor. And it's true. I mean, we're gonna have no time to rest and lay up. It's go, 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 go for us. And hopefully, you know, we can make some money. And we can, you know, lift up that farming community and not just be another statistic that didn't make the cut. So I'm not going to pull out the grain cart, otherwise it'd just be extra stuff running back and forth, but we should be in pretty good shape. You just have to always remember to open that first before going to work because of that low swinging alarm right there. While we're out here, what I'm going to do is actually drop this down and try to clean up around our telephone poles. Or we go clean up that, just so we don't have to come back to the end. No, I'm excited to see how well we can do here. And we're on Pulaski, Tennessee by Delta South. And I'm excited. I like the range that I kind of see with this field. Well, not just the field, sorry. The map itself. So, hopefully it all comes together for us here. A Lift this up and we'll get right back in here. Now we get that corner cleaned up. Yeah, showing about 66% in this zone. So not the best yield, but hey, this, we didn't plant this, so hopefully we're able to improve on it. There's our first official field done. We'll get cruising along in the other one. Really not sure the direction on how I want to present this series, so I'm going to kind of take the feedback from the community. Let me know, do you want to see a mixture of let's play with time-lapse thrown into it? Do you prefer just time-lapse? Maybe some montages. I'm interested to kind of see where it's going. I've seen a lot of shifts in the farm sim universe lately on the YouTube, Twitch, and all that. So I'm interested in seeing what the community has to say for feedback. Let me know down in the comments. And I think we'll just continue trucking along here. And make sure we're getting all that stuff on the edges here. Like I'm just slightly off. Yeah, just barely off. So we got a low-hanging tree here. Hopefully we can sneak under it. Oh, definitely cut it close, but it worked. We got another gate over here as well. Overswing it there. But no, all this sorghum we're going to use for the hogs. I think that'll be the best plan. I don't remember if there's anything left over in the silo when we bought this, but essentially we took a $500,000 loan after, completing our time in school, going through the FFA program. And, we got some equipment. I can kind of show you after, but we've got some equipment, older equipment. This is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. We are in those modern times, but, this is the equipment we're able to afford. Well, it kind of came with the farm. This is what the farm was running before. It's a hog farm. You probably saw in the trailer. And, the hope is that it all comes together. That we're able to keep equipment running, which will be paramount. And we continue to make money not only on our harvest, but on our livestock. So this one's going to be really focused, I think, on hogs. And, the turnover on that, creating that money, because, well, we just don't have a lot of field and acreage here. This can present a challenge, and then keeping our equipment, operable without breaking the bank. Like I said, right now we have $145,000 in our bank account left over from that loan. But the reality is that's going to go into expenses. It's going to go into buying the fertilizer, the seed. We still got to buy a bunch of hogs. I think my intention is to at least get like 50 in that pen right off. and hopefully, you know, the birthing cycle goes well and we're able to start just, you know, cycling things for the livestock in and out and making that money. But we'll get this field finished up and I'll show you all the farmyard after and the equipment. All right, so we are done our sorghum harvest. It was quick, not a full truckload, but it's all right. So we got the 108 Kloss Dominator Ford. We got the old Minneapolis Moline 1600 with that turbo. We got a 4840 with duals on the back. I do have weights on it. So some decent little equipment. Over in this shed, we have ourselves the New Holland 6090 baler, round bales. We got an 863 Bobcat. She's a little scuffed up, especially in the back, but should do the job. We got a pallet fork and a bale fork for that. Tank's a little beat up. We have the S10 that I've had since high school. Bale trailer. We got some headers. Obviously, you know, we have, I believe it, International. We got our little grain cart here. The John Deere 600. Sorry, 500. That'll be nice to get to use. Then also you get the 8350 seeder. Now this was some interesting stuff that I found them to have, which the Moline will take care of it. We're going to actually hook this up shortly. We got a sunflower right there to cultivate, and we got a little roller behind it that'll attach right on the back of that. There's a bracket, so that'll be nice. And then obviously the 1750 conservation cedar. It's got the max merge on it. And then we have for the pigs. Now the pigs unfortunately were auctioned off. We were able to get this. And there's quite a few little huts out here. Pretty cool little spot if you ask me. Is it gonna show me? No, it's not gonna show me. But definitely excited for this. Oh, and we have our livestock trailer, which actually that should be what we go do now. Actually, when we empty that truck, is we should actually go get some livestock. And get this going, because that, like I said, is going to be our key financial producer, I think. So we'll get the truck, we'll get that dumped into the silo. That'll be used for feeding. And then we will go get some hogs to put in the pen. There's, like I said, International. You get the Merit. What I'm going to do too is just go around our S10. Bit of a bumpy ride here. Get everything up here and start dumping this sorghum into the silos. They're a little rusty as well. Like I said, a lot of the stuff's pretty old here. Barely get some of the newer things in the auction, but a lot of the other new stuff that the farmer did have, unfortunately, was out of our price range. Got to drive on a little more. Let's see if I can drop some gravel down around here too to make that a little smoother to go up on. And that is all she wrote for that one. So let's get this swung around. I don't want to put it back over where it was. Naturally, I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough of an angle on that. Ripping up the lawn. And the goal with this series too is utilizing Be My Tracker. Right now, the beta for it that has the extra functions without having to use Open Tracker behind it is not working. So hopefully that can get sorted. We'll unhook that mirror, unclip that. Question is, should we just take a tractor to get these hogs? I think we probably should. I don't think it should be the S10. Let's grab the 4840. I think that'll be fine. And we will go purchase some hogs and be right back. Alright, so we got 2 boars in there and 24 sows. And that was quite a bit of money. Oh, I'm getting a wage payment there, but it's good to know. We're going to fill this up with sorghum. Jump into the animal here. You know, they got whatever that is, 3,300 of grain. I think it might be sorghum because that's what this farmer prior to us had planted multiple times. That's what we're hoping for. Really, we got 10,000 liters left. So, yeah. Hoping this gets us through the season. We might legit have to put corn in here. Alright. Let's not. I'm just gonna walk right through me anyway. I guess you don't have to be. There you go. Come in here and see what we're doing. So this is base food. So actually sorghum wasn't what was in here. So it's some, you know, it's some kind of grain. Which is good in a way, I guess. But sorghum will be better food for them. I mean, it's a base food, so it's 50%. So we get 15,000 liters in there. That's not going to put a dent on the needle there, but hopefully that's enough to cover what the pigs need. They're coming flying over now for food. It's been a long time since I've done pigs, and I can't remember who really did them in Farm Sim 25 yet. It's crazy. It's been a year. You know, we've done a little bit of sheep. We've done a small amount of chickens, I think, in one of the live streams, but I don't think we've ever taken on pigs in FS25. There hasn't really been any pig barns. So this one, like I said, I'm kind of going because it fits nicely, but I mean, here's my personal thought is we're going to just top this off. I mean, we're just going to empty the silos. And that'll be it. So you're going to have about 25,000 liters of sorghum in there. It's about 1,000 liters a head, which I hope will be sufficient. A little snug in there, and naturally they're all just going to walk in front of me no matter what. They're all going to stick around the food. So we should have did it. Animation's a little rough, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Like I said, I want to get those fields tilled. While that's unloading, let's kind of look at the crop calendar, right? So Barley could be planted now if we wanted to. Canola could be planted now if we wanted to. Grass, oilseed radish, wheat. If we were to plant those, what can we plant during that harvest period? Not seeing a lot, to be honest with you. Green beans, new soybean could be planted. Then it just won't. I mean, the big thing I see there is red beets. It just won't be done in time. I mean, new soybean, we take it off. Let's say we plant early cycle, we can take it off right off. So October, we could get barley in. Last month, July, new soybean, it's kind of offset. It's not really going to align. June, July, September, October. We come down here, wheat, June, July, September, October. So we might have to shift those around a little bit to create more of a double cropping. But I really don't see the opportunity. I mean, unless I'm missing it, I'm just not seeing anything that says, okay, here we go. Which is unfortunate, but that's that'll be another struggle we have to figure out. Kind of take it from there. Things can take corn. I would like to sell some of the corn for money, but maybe that's not going to be an option. Shot them in there. They've got food for now, so that's a start. Get that unhooked. Get this backed in. And I'm probably going to get the Moline hooked up, I think, is the best bet. But yeah, so this is our farm. And I think we'll kind of save, we'll wait for some feedback from all of y'all. And that'll kind of set up how we create the next episode. Like I said, we can do a full time lapse. We can do a partial with, some of the larger working areas, time lapses. We can do some montage mixed with Let's Play. There's options. But just let me know down in the comments below how you'd like to see it go. And let me know your feedback on if you think we can make it as a hog farmer on this old farm. And dwindling fees with, I'll show you, we get up here with a hefty loan. So it's taking out $14,000 a month, almost $15,000. We got 36 months to pay that off. We got our work cut out for us. This is not going to be a easy one, but hopefully the hogs can generate, a lot of piglets and we can turn the profit. Till next time, Farmer Taz out.